Joe Canning is treated for an injury during the game. He eventually had to leave the field as a result of the injury. Photo, Ramsey Cardy. Photo, Ramsey Cardy. Sportsfile After the players had left the field, and most of the crowd were spilling onto the streets, the tannoy in Croke Park belted out Rag and Bone Man's song, Human. With the familiar lyric, "I'm only human after all," it might be considered a fitting finishing score. This was a match that ultimately showed Galway, warmest of favourites, were indeed human and fallible. Not that they doubted it themselves. The All-Ireland champions left both relieved and frustrated, but also concerned with injuries forcing the premature departure of instrumental figures Joe Canning, Gearoid McInerney and Conor Whelan. With a replay date next Sunday in Thurles, they don't have much time to recover and prepare for another feisty challenge from Clare, who showed remarkable spirit, even if they rode their luck. Galway were careless and wasteful in the opening half, notably, shooting 12 wides. The champions raced into a 9-point lead after 15 minutes of the match, with Clare's defence in turmoil, especially the full-back line. They failed to score from play until David Reedy's effort in the 18th minute, and from early on their own puck out was put under intense pressure by Galway. The very first score resulted from a short puck out by Donald Tuohy, which went straight to the grateful paw of Joe Canning, who fired over. Clare levelled when the outstanding Peter Duggan landed a free after 4 minutes, but the pressure on the Clare defence was enormous. Over the next 11 minutes Galway threatened to run riot, surging 1-7 to 0-1 ahead. Conor Cooney scored a point after brazenly plucking a ball over David McInerney's head. Jonathan Glynn started on Pat O'Connor and tormented the Clare captain. Another poor Clare puck-out created a goal chance for Glynn, which he blazed wide. Then Glynn outfielded O'Connor and the pass to Cathal Mannion was perfect, but Mannion failed to control it and the goal chance was lost. On the quarter-hour mark, Clare had a 4-1 advantage at the back when the ball broke in their square, but they dithered, and O'Connor's attempts to lift the ball saw him thieved by Conor Cooney, who stole in for a goal. Within a minute, yet another poor puck-out led to Canning, leaving Galway 9 points clear. Clare, tactically subservient to and outfoxed by Galway, looked doomed. Then the game changed. Colm Galvin went back to sweep in front of his full-back line and immediately brought a sense of calm. That saw Tony Kelly retreat to midfield where, subdued until then, he became a growing influence, shooting 2 first-half points, won the monster effort from inside his own half. Duggan was impeccable on placed balls, and Clare also started to play a more direct game, with Duggan winning more possession and giving them another outlet. Recognizing his impact, Galway moved McInerney onto him for the second half. Starting with Reedy's point, Clare outscored Galway 0-7 to 0-1 over the next 15 minutes, rounded off by an inspirational score from distance by Duggan. His 0-14 haul included 11 frees, and his only miss came in the second period of extra time, when the rain began to fall for the first time in the match. Late first-half scores from the excellent Cathal Mannion and Glynn left Galway leading 1-10 to 0-9 at halftime. Clare kept Galway waiting for a minute over the allocated time at the start of the second half, and, as if taking umbrage, Canning soon extended the Galway lead with a point from a sideline, one of 2 he scored from a line ball. Soon Galway were 5 ahead. The second half brought the hurling into a different dimension. It became a tale of continual Clare endurance. 5 points down, they hit the next 4. John Conlon set the ball rolling, and then Tony Kelly showed remarkable stick control from a Tuohy puck-out before being fouled, and Duggan pointed the free. Conlon nailed another score, and Shane O'Donnell hit his second point to leave only 1 between them. This was the cue for Galway to respond, and Clare were grateful to Tuohy in the 44th minute when he made a brilliant save to deny Conor Cooney a goal. McInerney went off injured in the 53rd minute, and Galway missed his presence with the play opening up and Clare finding more room in the Galway half, where Padraig Mannion was exceptional. But Galway showed their class when needed. David Burke's point after Cooney's goal attempt was saved started a run of 4 Galway scores, the last coming after a fumble by David McInerney from which Conor Whelan scored. With 48 minutes played, Galway were 5 ahead again and looking like they had all the answers. David Fitzgerald replaced Cathal Malone and had a major impact, scoring a point from his first possession, after Duggan's free, 1 of 10 scored from 10 Duggan placed ball attempts in normal time, launched another Clare revival. Then Galvin pointed after Kelly tapped down a puck out to him and Duggan landed a massive point from play, to leave Clare within a point of Galway, 1-14 to 0-18, by the 52nd minute. It just got better and better. 2 minutes later, John Conlon put Clare level for the first time and a huge roar greeted the score. Immediately, Whelan replied for Galway with an outrageous point from near the sideline. Clare were level again in the 62nd minute. Galway hit 3 in a row, the last from David Burke in the 67th minute, but Clare would not let go. Kelly scored from a line ball, John Conlon added 1 from play, 1 of 4 from the full forward, and Duggan levelled in injury time to force extra time after a foul on Kelly. Clare hit 7 wides in the first period, letting Galway off the hook, and trailed by 2 points entering the last period. But then Aaron Shanager, only seconds into the final period, caught a ball and blasted home the goal that gave them the lead for the first time. Within a minute, Jason Flynn had Galway level. Even if Galway were not at their best right through, they still showed character when needed. They had to show more when Clare went 2 points clear for the first time with scores from Duggan and Shane O'Donnell. The champions reeled off the next 3 and looked to have earned another 1-point semi-final passage, for the 3rd time in 4 years. But it was not that kind of game. Clare, with resonances of 2013, worked a 6-man move ending with sub Jason McCarthy coolly finishing. Another last gasp equalizer. Another replay. Another day beckons. Sunday Indo Sport.